Hello fellow travelers, my name is SG and welcome to the channel. Today we're continuing with Dante's Inferno with Canto 5. Last time we saw Dante and Virgil, they had just gone through the first level of Hell, which consists of the unbaptized babies, and mainly artists and writers and philosophers. There they met a bunch of different philosophers, all knowing of Virgil, and now we are continuing from that point on to the second level. Alright, let's get started. Thus I descended out of the first circle, down to the second, that less space begirds, and so much greater dole, that goads to wailing. There strengtheth Minos, horribly and snarls, examines the transgressions at the entrance, judges and sends according as he grinds them. I say that when the spirit evil born cometh before him, holy and confesses, and thus discriminator of transgressions, seeth that place in hell is meet for me it, girds himself with his tail as many times as grades he wishes, it should be thrust down. Always before him many of them stand, they go by turns, each one unto the judgment, they speak and hear, and then are downward hurtled. O thou that to this Dolomus holsterly comest, said Minos to me, when he saw me leaving the practice of so great an office, look how thou enterest, and it whom thou truest. Let not the portal's amplitude deceive thee, and unto him my guide. Why criest thou too? Do not impede his journey, fate ordered it so willed. There well where it is willed to do that which is willed, and ask no further questions. And now begin to dullest notes to grow audible unto me. Now am I come, there where much lamentation strikes unto me. I came into place more of light, that which bestows at the sea does it in a tempest. If by opposing winds 'tis combated, the infernal hurricane that never rests hurtles that spirits onward in its rapine, whirling them around and smiting it molests them. When they arrive before the purposite, they are the shrieks, the plaints, and the laments. There they blaspheme the Persian divine. I understood that unto such a torment that the cardinal malefactors were condemned, who reason subjugate to appetite, and as the wings of starling bear them on, in the cold season in large band and full, so doth the blast the spirit maledict, and hither, thither, downward, upward, drives them. No hope doth comfort them from evermore, not of repose, but even of lesser pain. And as the cranes go chanting forth their lays, making an air of long line of themselves, so saw I coming, uttering lamentations, shadows borne onward by the foremost stress. Whereupon said I, Master, who are those people whom the black air so castigates? The first of those, of whom intelligence thou fain wouldst have. Then said he unto me, The Empress was one of many languages. The Empress was of many languages. To sensual vices she was so abandoned, that lustful she made list in her law, to remove the blame to which she had been led. She is Semiramis, of whom we read that she succeeded Nimus, and was his spouse. She held the land which now the Sultan rules. The next is she who killed herself for love, and broke faith with the ashes of Sychaeus. Then Cleopatra the voluptuous. Helen I saw, for whom she many ruthless seasons revolved, and saw the great Achilles, who at the last hour combated with love. Paris I saw, Tristan, and more than 1,000 shades did he name and point out with his finger, whom love had separated from our life. After that I listened to my teacher, naming the dames of Eld and Calaveras. Pity prevailed, and I was nigh bewildered, and I began, O poet, willingly speak. Would I to those two, who go together and seem upon the wind to be so light? And he to me, Thou till mark, when they shall be nearer to us, and then do thou implore them, by love which leadeth them, and they will come. Soon as the winds in our direction sways them, my voice uplift I. O ye weary souls, come speak to us, and know intrudeth it. As turtle doves called onward by desire, with open and steady wings to the sweet nest fly through the air by their volitation borne. So came they from the band where Dido is, approaching us athwart the air malign. So strong was the affectionate appeal. O living creature, gracious and benign, who visiting ghosts through the purple air, us who have stained the world incarnadine. If we're the King of the universe our friend, we would pray unto him to give thee peace, since thou hast pity on our woe perverse. Of what it pleases thee to hear and speak, that will we hear, and we will speak to you, while silent in the wind as it is now. Sitteth the city wherein I was born, upon the seashore where the Po descends, to rest in peace with all his retinue. Love that on gentle heart doth swiftly seize this man for the person beautiful, that it was ta'en from me, and still the mode offends me. Love that exempts no one beloved from loving, seized me with pleasure of this man so strongly, that as thou seest it doth not yet desert me. Love has conducted us unto our death. Cana weigheth with him who quenched our life. These words were borne along from them to us. As soon as I had heard those souls tormented, I bowed my head as so long held in down, until the poet said to me, What thinkest? When I made answer, I began, Alas, how many pleasant thoughts, how much desire, conducted these unto the dolorous pass. Then unto them I turned me, and I spake, and I began, Thine agonies, Francesca, sad and compassionate to weep make me. But tell me, at the time of those sweet sighs, by what and in what manner love conceded that you should know your dubious desires? And she to me, There is no greater sorrow than to be mindful of the happy time in misery, and then thy teacher knows. But if to recognize the earliest root of love in us thou hast so great desire, I will do even as he who weeps and speaks. One day we reading were for our delight, of Lancelot how love did him enthrall. Alone we were and without fear. Full many a time our eyes together drew, that reading and drove the color from our faces. But one point only was it that overcome us, when as we read of that much longed for smile, being by such a noble lover kissed, this one, who never from me shall be divided, kissed me upon the mouth, all palpitating. Galatea was the book, and he who wrote it. That day no farther did we read therein, and all that while one spirit uttered this, the other one did weep so, that for pity I swooned away, as if I had been dying, and fell even as a dead body falls. Alright, now that we've read this canto, how about we talk about it, shall we? This is Virgil and Dante obviously reaching the second layer of hell, which is lust, and them meeting women who have fallen into lust, who have fallen in love and have died because of it. Whether it be not right love or something thereon, and they are there telling Dante their stories of why they ended up here and what really love is about, what it's sacrifices and such, and that, how they ended up here, but to enjoy the small moments, how to just appreciate the small times with them, because sometimes even those are the bitterest of times to have. Anyway, I hope you like this chapter. I really appreciate the support for this book of Dante Inferno we're going through. I really enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. And please leave a like and subscribe. I'm hoping to get a few more subscribers down the road. And yeah, see you guys next time. Have a great day.